And like I said... Oh wait, okay, there's the game. That took a while. Yeah, like I said, once the ads are over, we are starting. Yeah, about time. Yeah, I'm sorry. But this is probably how it's going to be from now on. I'll start the stream, wait for the ads to get over, and then we will actually start doing things. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of the starting soon screen, even if it's a super simple thing I whipped up in DaVinci Resolve in like a couple of minutes. Though I had a lot of trouble with the animated text, because for some reason it does not accept GIFs. So I had to animate it by hand. Fun times. We could just talk about who we like. Well, that's way too big of a list. I'm sorry. That would be a whole ass stream in of itself. A whole ass stream series, actually. We could make a whole subathon based on that idea. Just a couple. But it's such a tough choice to pick just a couple from my huge list. Anyway, 186 cycles. Cycle. We do be cycling. What about the trouble? Now you're talking. But yeah, Pi, did you vote for the next game yet? The poll is now available on Discord, so if you wanna vote for what's going to be played next, please go ahead and do so. By the way, the Discord command now works, so if you don't want to go into look into my description for the server link, you can just write !Discord and boom, you'll have it. And hey, hello Mailer, how you doing? Wow, how are you doing, Otherfin? Okay, where did we leave off? Right, we are 2 skill points away from getting Engineer. Over here, right, we just talked to Mirage and told him to go F himself. Fabrication Bay, Cadet's Workshop. Huh. Interesting that it's still available, even though I've finished the task. Yard supply, the spent drive. Buy a meal. Yeah, nothing else here. Alrighty then. Captain Cream Pie. The freaking SpongeBob emoji. Oh, that's fitting. That's fitting. A short game would be nice. Short game, Well, it's kinda hard to tell which of those games is going to be short because I'm going into them blind. Except for Space Marine, I kinda went, back in the day, I got halfway through the game, and then I decided, nah, I don't wanna play this anymore. But now I'm a grown-ass boy, now I can make it. How are you doing? Mentally, I'm doing pretty well. You probably weren't here for it, but I have a starting soon screen, and I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty cute, pretty nice. It's got random shuffling music. I am very happy about that. But physically, I'm not doing well because I've got a blister on my inner lip, and it is hell. Nothing I do helps against this damn thing. I had to resort to the old-ass tactic of salt water to rinse it, and it barely helps. And I know that I've got several more days left until this damn thing heals, and why have humans not found a cure for this thing yet? Damn it, where's the research going? Anyway, pretty sure subliminal isn't too long. Well, then vote for it. It's a multiple vote answer, so you can vote. You can pick as many games as you want. And like, I'm going to go through them all probably eventually. So the second place game is like very likely what I'll be playing after whichever game wins. So just because your favorite didn't win doesn't mean I'm not gonna play it. No, I just got here. Ah, okay, fair enough. Well, maybe I'll catch it next stream. Several of these games feel like they would be more every once in a while games. Really? Oh, all of them are pretty much games you can finish at some point, except for Risk of Rain. I'll admit that that game is a continuous adventure. It's a roguelike. And 20 minutes till dawn. While it is a roguelike, I imagine it's the kind of game where once I've explored everything it has to offer, I will just not play it. I'll just be finished with it. Yeah, 20 minutes till dawn. I just got broken up with on top of everything else going on in my life. Also, everything is still on fire. Damn, okay, that sucks. Okay, I'm so sorry, buddy. That is unfortunate. I know the feeling. I don't know the exact feeling you're going through because everyone's circumstances are different. Everyone's got different in a different situation, but I know the feeling of being broken up with, and it sucks, no matter what. So, yeah, I hope you'll at least be able to distract yourself while you're here, or maybe doing something else, like playing video games and stuff. Go treat yourself to something. Get your favorite drink, favorite food, play your favorite game. I wouldn't break up with a cute little twin. Aww. But clearly you don't know me yet. And yeah, everything is still on fire. Like, holy shit, the heat wave is crazy. It is crazy. Eat a gallon of ice cream. Gosh, I wish I had that much ice cream. That much ice cream would definitely help with this damn blister. Ah, it just hurts to even talk with this thing. Ah. Why do humans get blisters? On the inside of our mouth. Do you eat ice cream or drink it? I eat it. Well, not drink. I don't drink it. I lick it. And sometimes I bite it. But you can't really drink ice cream until it's melted enough. And at that point, it's not really ice cream, it's a milkshake. I guess by the time you finish a gallon, it would be drank. I mean, you don't have to eat it all at once. You could put it into the freezer regularly. You don't even know there is so much smoke outside right now. It looks like Silent Hill. Oh, literal fire. Oh, I thought you meant just that the heat is melting people. Okay, no, that is even worse. Oh shit. Fuck did you just say? Who bites ice cream? I don't mean I bite it as in like a sandwich. I don't mean like that. I mean like when a chunk of the ice cream gets soft enough, you can like break it off, and then you just have it in your mouth, and it tastes good. You feel it melting on your tongue. You know, like that's regular stuff. A lot of ice cream works like that. Especially like popsicles. I do sometimes, but yeah, like when I say bite ice cream, I don't mean like full frontal lobe digging your teeth into it. That is not pleasant. That would probably kill me. There are people who do that. Yes, people who I don't know. I guess their brain is not connected to the teeth, so they don't feel that. I did have a roommate who was literally like crunching down on ice cubes. Like not even because it was hot, just because he likes crunching on ice. So yeah, people like that exist. I'm not one of them. You bite it with your lips, I think, trying to remember how it worked. I kind of like that, yeah, too. Also, like the front teeth, like the tips of your front teeth aren't as susceptible, so you can kind of like graze the ice cream with your teeth to get chunks of it into your mouth. There's a lot of ways to do it. It's not really something I think about. I just eat the damn ice cream. It's tasty. It's yummy in my tongue. Anyway, where did we leave off? Map? No. Our drives. Build Juni's archive. Finish the reboot. Revisit Olivera. Yeah, let's go to Olivera. Olivera. I need 11 pieces of fuel. Deus Ex is the only replay game here, right? What do you mean replay game? What's a replay game? Deus Ex is a single-player adventure. It's actually also an immersive sim, like kind of like Dishonored and Prey, game you've played before. Oh no, the only one I've played before out of these is Space Marine, and I never actually finished it, so I would get to a point where it is new to me. Everything else I've never touched before. Air supply. Where do I? Is there nowhere for me to spend my dice? I can only spend them in the fabricator bay. Okay. I don't really have a favorite game, TBH. That is also fair. That is absolutely fair. A lot of the time, I say that I don't have like a favorite thing in a lot of categories. Like I don't have a favorite movie. It's really hard for me to like think of a favorite character or anything like that. But I do have a favorite game, but I'm kind of cheating because it's a favorite game franchise, or rather a trilogy, and that's the Mass Effect trilogy. That thing will always be my favorite thing in the whole wide world. But everything that's second place is non-specific. Depends on when you ask me. I don't even have any games downloaded at the moment. Well, if your Wi-Fi is fast enough, you can download them within minutes, or maybe you can just check if you have any games that are like very small. There's a lot of games that are like super tiny. You can download them in seconds. Let's build these things. Percent neutral, 50% negative, percent neutral, 80% negative. Fuck it, why not? Oh well. Let's buy some fuel and head to Olivera. Confirm Vector. Stop. A shadow figure meets you in the docking tunnel. No saboteurs allowed. Naked, Seraphim glides towards and ruffles the figure's hair. Still playing sheriff? Nah, just bored. Xander grins. What are you two doing here? He glides alongside you and Seraphim. He glides alongside you and Seraphim as you drift into the tunnel. None of your business, Seraphim pushes past. No offense, kid, but you aren't actually the sheriff around here. You pass through the familiar doors and back into Olivera, a surprisingly pleasant feeling. Oddly, like coming home. You came. Cadence is there in the docking concourse, waiting to greet you. I'm impressed. Seraphim's face immediately erupts into an uncontainable smile. Cadence. He turns to you. You do remember each other, right? There's a lot of noises happening around. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Sleeper saved the colony. Cadence's deadpan answer seems intended to cover for Seraphim's awkwardness. Yeah, I remember them. The four of you descend down through the docking tower together into Olivera itself. The colony looks much the same as when you left, though you pick up from Cadence that changes are coming. Carmen's back with a vengeance since Darkside. He's all about expanding and improving the colony. Which is why I asked you to come, Sarah. The nickname slips out, but both Cadence and Seraphim clock it and glance at you. As you reach the core of the colony, you see the increased activity. There are more colonists than you remember, and they move back and forth with purpose, carrying crates and tools, the chatter less than usual. Oh, hello, Rand! Welcome! Blem. Sorry, I'm not there for a little bit before I go exercise. Still, for now, I guess I'm here. Now, it's awesome. It's great that you're here. You missed it because I started the stream like 25 minutes ago, but I have a starting soon screen. And it plays music too. Actually, you know what? Let me just show it off real quick. Look at it! Look at it! It's cute, isn't it? I made it myself. Took me like just a couple of minutes in DaVinci Resolve. Though the text was a bit tricky because for some reason it doesn't accept GIFs, so I had to animate it myself. But yeah, and yeah, the music is there too. I'm so happy about that. Alrighty, back to game. Back to gaming. We need all the help we can get to sort the place out. Cadence notices you watching the stream of Freight and people. Carmen wants to do some kind of event, an anniversary, I think. Honor the founders and all that. Gotta be a big party, Xander grins. Can't wait. Oh, awesome, it's very cute. Yes, I like it a lot. Aw, thank you! Thank you so much, thank you! So, Cadence looks between you and Seraphim. What do you think? Up for some colony-mandated manual labor? She grins. Seraphim gives you a sideways glance, observing your response carefully. How could she say no? Up the colony. Well, they want me to do a lot of stuff. Olivera's independence. Olivera is a new colony and it is still establishing itself. It needs all the help it can get to grow and thrive. Thrive. To grow and thrive. Stacks. Oh, so they just want me to do busy work. All over the place. Okay. Easy done. Easy said. Easy enough. And that's 2 per success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm guessing that's gonna take 12 successes. Oh well. Wait, isn't this supposed to give me fuel as well? Whatever. spin some dice here. So it's plus energy. Nice. Man, the ship looks a lot more empty without Cadet and Bliss on board. We just got Eugen, Junie, Nia, and Flint. Hydro refinery. Yeah, for some reason that's not giving me shit. What about scrap silos? Oh no, I cannot do this one. That takes in the endure skill. Which I cannot have. It's odd that I'm not getting any supplies or fuel this time around. Like, there literally is no way for me to even get fuel and supplies. How would I even go about leaving if I wanted to? I guess this is their way of making sure I stay put. So it doesn't matter where I work, might as well do this one. Two, three more successes, and we should be good. Come on, glitch dice. Nah, was too good to be true anyway. There we go. The best cycles in Olivera have been busy enough to take your mind off of most things. All the heavy lifting and manual work has been a welcome distraction from the looming specter of the second reboot. And the good mood of the others has been infectious. Okay, the fact that the second reboot is mentioned in all of these side quests really makes me think that it will change things irreversibly if I go through it, because why put all that effort to mention a thingy which would not affect anything at all had I just gone and did it? Like, I can go do that second reboot right now anytime I want. Let's just keep going. Seraphin has been almost annoyingly upbeat. His relationship with Caden is the worst kept secret in the colony. But working alongside them, it's hard to ignore their deep feelings for each other. Xander has been happy because he has something new to rib Cadence about, and Seraphin, with his self-serious manner, is an easy target for pranks and teasing. Xander also hasn't been able to stop talking about the party, which he already seems to have decided will be one of the highlights of his youth. Would you wipe your brain if it saved your life? Oh, probably. Actually, no, probably, definitely. Like, if it would save my life, obviously, yeah, sure, like, Even if you subscribe to the belief that what makes you are your memories and a mind wipe would be equivalent to death, then still I would do it because like what would be the difference for me? I would die either way. Might as well make sure that the people who care about me don't lose me, you know? Besides, it can be like a new start. Like I would have every excuse to literally turn my life around. People would be like, people would be like, oh, but you did this thing your whole life. You gotta do this, and I'm like, yeah, but I kind of forgot all of it. So now I can do whatever the fuck I want. Fuck you. But they still lose you. They lose who I was, but not who I can become. They fell in love with me once. They can do so again. But now, finally, the cycle of the party has arrived. The canteen is done up with hanging light strips waving gently in the asteroid's microgravity. The strips themselves salvaged from the emergency lighting of wrecked starships. The music really goes well with this session. Sure does. With the work stopped and all the colonists yet to arrive, you find the reboot filling your mind once more, growing like a shadow. Something on your mind there? The voice takes you by surprise. Huh? Who the hell is this? Pragmatic elder colonist. Huh. Wait, isn't this the guy from one of the refugee ships in the first game? The guy who was wearing that huge suit that he said was basically keeping him alive. This dude is in a wheelchair practically. You turn to see a colonist you haven't met before. An older man in some sort of sportive chair. His hair short. Now his hair shot through with the gray and his face south. Didn't mean to startle you. My apologies. His pale eyes scan you. It just seemed like you might need some company. There's a strange look in his eyes that you can't quite place. He is looking at you like you have met many times before, but you have never seen him before in your life. That's beautiful, doesn't it? He gestures to the canteen with his hanging lights, his chair propelling him forward with little puffs of air. The young people did such a good job. It warms my heart to see it like this. Never thought this rock would ever be out. He looks sideways at you. Have you lived here long? Oh, since the beginning. Before there was a here. He smiles. Back when there was just wreck and rock. But let's not chat about me. I want to know about you. His chair turns. What's eating you? The way you were staring at those light strips, it was like they were about to leap down and strangle you. His chuckle becomes a cough. I'm afraid of the future. Time is passing too fast. I'm afraid of the future. I can see that. I am myself most days. He sighs. After a certain point, you realize it isn't going to get better. So all you have to wait for is things getting worse. This body of mine is on a downward trajectory, that's for sure. But it's mine, and I've grown into it. And I guess, in the end, I like it because it's me. It'll carry me all the way to the end, and then go on and become something else entirely. I don't know why, but that thought always helps me. He coughs 3 times, hard, like gunshots. The colonist squints at you. Sorry, I'm not good with reassuring people. I just remembered that. He smiles. But I do like chatting. He looks back at the light strips. Really lovely, isn't it? Just beautiful. You look back at the light strips now, as the hum of people arriving filters into the canteen. There's something in the air, anticipation, the sense of a rare moment passing through, something to hold on to and then let go. The light strips really are beautiful. When you turn back to the old colonist to agree with him, he's already gone. Hey, sleeper! Seraphin pushes through the now gathering crowd towards you. A drink. He offers a pouch of some amber liquid. Cadence comes up alongside you and hugs you with one arm. I wonder where you're hiding. She smiles warmly at you with an infectious smile. You think about mentioning the old colonist to her, asking her about him, but Seraphin hushes the two of you. Carmen's butt is dead. You follow Seraphin's eyes to the front of the canteen, where, above the heads of the now quite large crowd of colonists, Carmen floats, surveying them. We made this cycle, Carmen begins, his voice loud but clipped, formal in a way you haven't heard before. The first, remember those founders of this colony, those lost and still with us. I will never forget the distress call that brought me here, to the wreck of the Pilgrim Seed. I fucking knew it! I freaking knew it! This... My gosh, the wreckage of the ship behind him. That's the Pilgrim Seed. How did I not realize that? I love this. I will never forget the scenes that greeted me, and I know some of you were there too. A rumble of acknowledgement moves through the crowd. But I also know that many of you weren't, that many of you came here to take refuge from the troubles. And I would like you to be able to remember, too. You glance at Cadence, her eyes fixed with incredible intensity on Carmen. They look wet in the glow of the light strips. There were thousands of refugees on the Pilgrim ship, and too many, far too many, were lost. Those from Ember's Step, Ember's Song, Ember's Heart. Those from the Three Sisters, from Erland's Arm. Many are not here in Oliveira any longer, taking their own paths across the belt and beyond. But we acknowledge them all, remember them all, lost and found, present and absent, because with them there would be no colony here. Or without them there. Before the wreck, Oliveira was a handful of buried bays, a scrapper hideout, a place for old and retired mercenaries like me to hide themselves and the universe and forget what they had done. But when the Pilgrim Seed was wrecked, it brought the universe back to Oliveira, and I could not hide any longer. Carmen stares out across the crowd with a hard glare. We built this canteen from the Pilgrim Seed. We built our homes, our farms, our refinery. We built our independence from the failed hope. A rustle of discomfort goes through the crowd. Carmen pauses to let this settle. We should not be ashamed or afraid of this. We will remember this gift. We will build on it. This cycle and every cycle after. We will thank them with our actions. The crowd mutters agreement. Carmen takes a deep breath and straightens up. A weight seems lifted from him, the weight of testimony. Now, here, in this room, with you, I will thank them with my laughter. A cheer goes up. I will thank them with joy, with my celebration. Another roar of approval. We will all thank them as loudly and as chaotically as we can. The room erupts into cheers and applause. Join in. You cheer and applaud too. You whoop and Seraphim laughs nearby. Then you feel a pair of hands on your arm. Cadence pulling at you, grinning and crying. And you feel another hand on your other arm, Seraphim dragging you into the crowd. Suddenly, you're in the thick of the crowd, so many bodies in one room, dancing and spinning and shouting. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. Notice the rest of the you notice the rest of the crew in the melee, a flash of a familiar face here and there among the mass of colonists. You see Xander being thrown up into the air by a group of different kids of different ages, laughing madly as he bounces off the ceiling. And for the rest of the cycle, you think about nothing else but the joy of those around you, and the joy it instills in you. You wake up in your berth. Same light always shines on the belt, shining incessantly through the window. Why, RV Joy, did you kill the bad guy? Yeah. I mean, weren't you here yesterday, Pi? Like, yeah, that's what, yeah, well, not yesterday's stream. I think the stream before yesterday. But yeah, like, we did the big thing. We have stopped the BBG. We have reclaimed Darkseid. This is the post-game content. We in the endgame now. You are slow to rise, slow to begin this fresh cycle. At some point, Seraphim arrives back onto the rig, with no indication of whether he slept or not. Oh, okay, now I remember. You might have gone to sleep before it happened. Yeah, I apologize. I kinda lose track of who is and isn't here. But yeah, we have defeated Lane. We have basically caused his brain to melt from the inside. Fun times. You find them in the cockpit, leaning in pilot's chair, looking out at the lights of Olivera and smiling. Good buddy, he chuckles. Not sure I've seen anything like it. Same. Seraphim laughs again. You really let it all go, huh? He shakes his head. I'd love to see it. Seraphim yawns and stretches. So, he sniffs. Olivera's all fixed, colonists are happy, blah blah blah. Where's it now? Don't you want to stay? Here? Seraphim shrugs. Still a bit too much of a backwater for my taste. He grins. Cadence understands, don't worry. Seraphim pauses for a moment, something passing over him that makes him shiver. I heard from Taylor. He looks away. Wellspring is still in transition, but the unit council is taking over. Kirk got what he wanted. The blockade will come down soon, but he sighs. I'm not sure I'm ready to revisit that place yet. He looks at you and smiles. When I come back to Tala, I want to have something to show for myself, you know? Look, I get it. I don't think she cares, but I get it. Family. He shrugs. Maybe once the reboot is done, once the blockade is down, maybe we can visit them. Seraphim takes a breath. We'll get there some cycle soon. You aren't sure Seraphim is trying to convince you or himself. He stretches, shaking off his wings. For now, though, well desires to explore. Olivera have filled their fuel tank, so it really is up to you where we go. He gets up. While you're deciding, I'm going to dig up some breakfast. He glides out of the cockpit. You take a moment to look out across the tiny lights of Olivera. dwarfed by the crater and the wreck that sits in its far end. Not bad. Not bad at all, you think? Neato! Fragrant Bloom. Discover the origin of Olivera. Okay, cool. But yeah, this shape on the right here, that's the pilgrim seed. How did I not notice that? That is so cool. Ah, okay. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything left here. So what else do we have? We have build Junie's archive. I hope it's not a blue archive. Okay, and for that, you have to go back to dark side. Bring Solheim data to. Oh, she wants Solheim data. Okay, but how much does she want? I have 2 pieces of Solheim data. Definitely should have checked how much we want. Junie is working on turning the HepBep mainframe into an archive, but she needs a final cache of data from Hellion Gate or elsewhere. I wonder if it is continuous. Depends on who the pilgrim is, I suppose. Okay, Zeholu. Oh, you're okay. Sorry, didn't see it. Another flicker in the dark before waking, and the numbness that follows soon after. You wake slowly and stare out at the flickering stars and the distant rocks of the belt. You let the thoughts of fear or panic wash over you. They pass like the soft dust of the belt, disappearing into darkness. You find yourself once more, as you do every morning, as you will continue to do, cycle after cycle, until you can't. Wonder what part of you has changed, what system is failing. Your frame is silent, its complaints only felt in ambiguous sensations. The glitches seem random, unpredictable, but also inevitable. They will only increase in number until you reboot yourself. But you do not know what lies beyond that. At least the glitches are dependently familiar. The reboot is anything but. Wait, what the hell was this? Did it always look like this? Looks like the freaking station was torn apart. Huh. So I don't remember this whole chunk missing. But all the places here seem to be the same. Guess I just didn't notice it before. Oh, did you get the reboot at the start of the game? Yeah. The game started with the reboot, but Lane interrupted it, which is why we have lost our memory and stuff like that. And now, basically, the deal is that we need to finish the reboot, otherwise we will keep getting glitches until we basically die. But we don't know what will happen if we finish the reboot. We don't know if we will forget everything again, or maybe if we will even wake up at all. I feel like it's an analogy to when in real life there's something wrong with you, but you're too scared to check it out, to do something about it. Because in a way, you know that the moment you acknowledge that it is happening, it becomes more real than it feels. A lot of people struggle with that, and I feel like this part of the game is trying to emulate that feeling. Sell some name data. Nope, I need that stuff. Creo from that. Neutral outcome. Okay, and now we go to... Let's go to dark side and... Yeah, let's go to dark side to see how much Solheim data it actually wants. Oh, okay, it's oddly laggy. It should be fine. Okay, here it is, 6. It wants 6 pieces of data, okay. So I need to go to Hellion Gate and get a few more. Flicker row. No, that's the reboot. Okay, that's Couriers. Oh, her little thingy is open now. Courier shift. Cadet is short-staffed and happy to lend you an air bike to take packages all across Darkside. Cadet's dispatcher can't do every cycle, so she welcomes the help with directing riders and packages. Okay, this is sweet, I like this. Let's help her out. 16 Creo, that is a very well-paying job. Moving up in the world, I see. Yeah, especially my companions. It's nice to see that they're doing well. Wish I could tell her about what I did with the data drive, but I guess she's better off not knowing. Anyway, need more fuel, which I can buy yeah. And let's feed the kitty. The kitty. Feed the stray. There we go. Now let's travel the Alien Gate. The Alien Gate. The way you said yeah sounds like nya. Well, if I can like accidentally incorporate nya speech into my like daily speech, that would be pretty neato. Neato burrito. Gate structure. Yeah, that is where I can get the Solheim data. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, let's take a nap. Because these dice are kinda peppy. Or actually, nah. Let's just take a nap and get better dice. I've got all the time in the world. We can just eat some of our supplies. Supplies, motherfucker. Who your fave nya speaker anime? Thing is that like I watch English dubs, and there are very few characters in English dubs who actually like, you know, lean into the whole cat thing. And even when they do, it's not always they do it like in English. They like they meow like English cats, like meow and stuff. And in that case, my favorite is definitely Cypher from Honkai Star Rail. She is absolutely the best cat girl that has ever existed. Best character in the game, even. I want to say I like the cat girl from Princess Connect. Isn't there like several of them in that game? Or franchise? I imagine there's a couple. Also, these are some shitty rolls, wow. Let's make the most of it, I suppose. Yeah, the main one in the anime. Ah, fair enough, fair enough. Oh, I got 6. She said she needed 6, right? Yeah, let's just go with that. Time to return. Very quick trip. Trip, trip. Trip, trip, trip. Here she is. Juni is thankful for the data. I have everything prepared. Just give me a moment. You have been waiting for it feels like a long time. Juni sensed that you can't help, so you find yourself floating in the baking heat of the HepWeb mainframe while she taps away at her terminal. As you do, you can't help but shake the feeling of a presence nearby, or that you are coming to understand some remnant of Overseer. You don't know if Overseer was ever really a person, but now with their many selves combined and dispersed, their consciousness expanding to fill the vast space of HepWeb and its networks, they surely aren't even close to a human anymore. But you think of them as a ghost, but perhaps now they are better understood as something less mournful. As a system, a process, a thing becoming. The entire station is their body. You can't help but wonder what that feels like. And we are ready. Juni hits a key on the terminal with percussive force. It'll take a while, but she'll be online in a few moments. She looks flustered with excitement. She? Wait. Weren't you listening last time? Juni squints at you. Don't tell me you drifted off. I was thinking about Overseer. Juni shakes her head. Then you don't know? She suddenly looks concerned. A voice screeches out of the terminals, a descent in pitch from a squeal of speaking. Then, below the mainframe, a flickering projection appears. First as lines and then as solid light. Oh! Hell yeah! Fuck yes! Oh my god, hell yeah! What did she... What? Okay, this is cool, this is awesome. Welcome, visitors. Warden flickers and warps. I am the Warden. Please probe. The image jerks and freezes, then blinks out. Shit. Juni taps at the terminal. Just need to reconfigure her for the HepWeb environment. Warden? Seriously? That's a bad idea. No, how is this possible? I found her, or at least an iteration of her, in what we took from the bunker. Don't worry, she can't hurt us. Juni glances over her shoulder. I've taken precautions. This technician is right. Warden's clipped voice echoes through the cavernous maintenance bay. My protocol is operating under safe mode limitations. Warden's blind eyes stare out over your head. Do not be concerned, Officer Dow. Sorry, I'll fix that. Juni chuckles. But why Warden? Archiving was her role on the bunker. She's ideally suited for this, and she understands Solheim networks better than we ever could. Juni smiles. Come on, you have to admit it's pretty cool. If the game gave me the option to be excited about this, I would be. You look at the statuesque figure of Warden, once at the heart of Solheim's intelligence gathering operations across the belt. Could such a tool of corporate oversight ever be used for something good? Look, watch this. Junie turns toward. Martin, please provide the last known locations of airplane vessel above rigger class in the starboard belt. Immediately, tactician. Warden draws a circle with a pointed finger and it expands, filling with bright specks. At first, hundreds and then thousands. A constellation of sights. See? Junie grins. This is our future, built on the foundation of the past. These tools are ours now. You look at the arc of specks, the points of light describing the shape of a long-dead corporation's power. This is incredible. Junie smiles. It is. People need to know what this city, this system is built on. Gordon can do that. Expose all that. It will be up to us to reshape the ruins into something new. I knew when I saw her that I couldn't just leave her there, alone in the dark. I've been in that dark pit, and I won't condemn another being to it. Junie looks at the placid ward. Human or not, how we treat her is a test of our own values, of the world we protect. Data is not a currency. It is not a commodity. It is the immaterial output of a system, a structure, a society. Junie meets your eye. This will be a place to uncover that system for ourselves. Oh, ad break. She looks around at the chaotic trailing wires and the floating terminals. Once I've cleared up a bit, she laughs. Tell that to AI bros. Don't worry, Warden isn't an LLM. If she was, I would have already pressed the delete button. You and Junie spend a little longer in the mainframe, sorting cables and offering Warden casual queries. The data stuff, I mean. Fair enough. Not all of them return useful information, and Junie begins listing out the changes she will need to make. After a while, you both find yourselves tiring, heads aching with all the fresh information you have crammed into them. So you close up the core and ascend back through the layers of the facility to Darkseid's surface. As you do, you feel the history of each strata, the layers that make up this place and the belt beyond. Now, more than ever, it feels tangible to you, as if it contains not only the past, but the promise of the future as well. Okay, I guess that's that. Final skill point. I am now fully decked out. Heck yeah. Bot? Raising Banhammer with enthusiasm. Delete? No, Rico, no delete. Optimus, no. It's a good shot. It's a good bot. Yeah, Warden is fine. Warden is nice. Warden reminds me of All Mind, and I love All Mind with all my heart. Anyway, there really is nothing else for us to do. Only the reboot is left. Man, this is gonna be scary, isn't it? Okay, let's do a few last odd jobs for Cadet. All Might? Love that guy too. No. 12 kill. Okay. Well, let's do it. Begin reboot. You need to be rebooted to have any chance of surviving, but the outcome is unclear. This step will mean big changes, no matter what happens. Oh, perfect timing with the ads being over. Okay, let me check the map one more time. The blockade is still here. Nothing in Holmes Rock, or Flotsam, or Spindle, or Helium Gate, or Scatter Yards, or Greenbelt, or The Hollow, or Olivera. We've done everything we can. Time to face the music. Seraphine's coin. A good luck charm to guide you through the reboot. You wait outside the shop where Bliss is set up, and turn Seraphine's coin over in your hands. You're ready. You turn Seraphine's coin over and over in your fingers as you stand in Flicker Row. Crowds pushing past on their way to whatever future awaits them. Your fingers glide over the worn metal, as you imagine Seraphins have, Talas have, in moments of anticipation. Perhaps others, before the coin came to Talas, have repeated the same ritual, the same nervous routine. But their fingers were human, born, not made. This intrusive thought makes you slip the coin into a pocket quickly, as if it had delivered a shock. And for playthrough, nah, I don't think this doesn't feel like the kind of game that wants several playthroughs. Ever thought of Planet Crafter? Never heard of it. Oh, Ankita! Was wonder where she was. 1 second. You hear a hiss and the door of the shop slides open, revealing Ankita. You see her eyes scan the crowds, almost defensively, before she spots you there and nods in your direction. I'm going to unleash my puppy energy. Hey, Ankita! She looks around for a moment, then approaches you. She looks tired, but her stubborn ferocity bubbles under the surface. Bliss is waiting for you. She nods back towards the shop, which I guess is why you're hanging around here. Nervous? How are you doing? I'm going to avoid the question. Smiles at your attempt to buy more time. Yep, she sees through me. I meant a whole new game inside the game after the reboot. What? Thought of Planet Craft. Meant a whole new game inside the game after the reboot. I don't get what you're saying. my brain no thinky today. Playthrough 2. Yeah, but like I said, that I thought that this doesn't feel like the kind of game to play multiple times. But how does that sound like a Planet Crafter? I just don't get the connection there. Like you think this is the end, but there's a whole new storyline. Okay, that would be cool. Some games do that, yes. But again, why did you say Planet Crafter? I just wanted to ask if you thought of playing Planet Crafter. Okay, yeah, that's the thing I responded to, as in that I never heard of it. I already responded before that I don't feel like doing a second playthrough of this game. Assuming it's not like freaking Near Automata where there's like a whole half of the game hidden in the second playthrough. And even if it is, well, Finn's entitled to stop or not, depending on what he wants. No, it's fine. Like, I was just confused by the way Pi was wording it. Or maybe my brain just got stuck, I don't know. Like, maybe he'll try a second playthrough later, but if he says he wants to switch to another game now, please respect that. No, Pi gets it. Pi gets it. Like, Pi didn't mean anything by it. I was just confused by what he was saying, and Pi was trying to say it in a way that I understand. Everything is A-okay. She smiles at your attempt to time. Keep him busy, working with with Subo factions, trying to work this place, trying to keep this place stable. Getting on with what I have to do. She shrugs. I recommend it. Ankita looks away, the signs of Flicker Row reflected in her eyes. Just remember, I owe you an explanation. I promised to tell you why I wanted Tsubo out if we managed it. She shakes her head. Guess I'm not very good with promises. Forget it. Why did you? Ankita is still staring at the signs. I grew up here, Sleeper. Did you know that? She is from the Outer Belt. Okay. This is backstory we didn't have in the first game. So it's not that she was going to another place to start over, she was returning home. No wonder she was trying so hard to get this place fixed. Missed the last message, statement retracted. It's fine, it's fine. Rand angry. No, Rand is not angry. Rand is the sweetest, one of the sweetest people I know on this planet. After I came to the belt after Bliss, and she pauses, not wanting to say it. And I had nothing left. This is where I came. And when I got here, my home was gone. She grimaces. Those Utsubo bastards had destroyed it, strangled the life out of it. Asking for something to fight for on my own terms. Darkseid became that for me. She sighs. That's all you're getting. Promise kept. Ankita looks over her shoulder. Look, Bliss wouldn't be happy to saw me out here chatting with you when you're already late for your appointment. She smiles to herself. I don't need more reasons for Bliss to be unhappy with me. She grabs you by the shoulders and steers you towards the shop's entrance. I can just imagine her picking me up like a cat. Oh man. Oh shit. Is she single by any chance? No, just kidding. Hugs for all, and now I'm gonna have to go exercise. Already have fun. We're to get a super sad ending, I'm guessing. We'll see how this goes. I'll catch you after. Don't worry. She pushes you toward the door, and then turns away and disappears into the lights of Flicker Row. Bye everyone, have a nice day. You too, Rand. Bye. Don't ask too hard, you'll need some energy for later. And thanks for the stream, and no, thank you for being here. You take a final moment and then will yourself inside, leaving the glimmering lights in the shining crowd behind. Bliss is perched at the console. They turn as you enter. Finally! They smile weakly. You're making me feel so. I'm ready. I'm sure Seraphit told you, but everything's ready. Bliss gestures to the two pouches with straps, freshly built connectors, and a bundle of wires at one end. I hope it'll be comfortable for you both. Where's Finn? Where's Flint? I was just getting something. Flint leans into the doorway, watching you both. Their pale face looks even more drained of color than usual. Thank you for the headband. Awa, 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 awa. Awa, awa. Do sleepers need air? Nope. They do not, actually. The game mentions it several times, like we do breathe, but that is just a simulated action to make our consciousness more used to the body. We don't actually need air. Like, if we go into space and stuff, we don't really need a spacesuit for anything other than physical protection. Flint comes inside the shop and nods to you. Let's do this. They take a shaky breath. I'm ready. Flint and Bliss go silent, and the sound of the crowds outside filters gently into the room, mixing with the whine of the air cycler and the hum of the terminals. There's not much more to say. Space is cool. Space is cool. Bliss looks at you both. Okay, let's begin. Bliss helps you and Flint onto your couches. You settle there and slide your arms and legs under the straps that will keep you in place. The connector with its thick barbed wires waves above your head. It is hard not to feel exposed, lying there on your back, anticipating what is to come. It is even harder when the memory of waking up to this very same ceiling, with its bundles of dangling tech and scratched plating, forces itself into your mind. You have been here before. Last time, you woke up to fear and panic, woke to a desperate escape and a scattered mind. A reboot interrupted. The thought sets you trembling. But then, staring up at the ceiling, the trembling dissipates. After all, you are back here now. That means you survived this crisis and grew from it. You took the hit and bounced back, unbeaten. I'll get there. Bliss's face floats into your vision. I'll get. Bliss smiles. How about you, Flint? You turn your head to see Flint lying beside you, still and stiff. They manage a tight-lipped nod. Looking at Flint staring up at the ceiling, you feel like you were a moment ago. You feel a rush of sympathy. After all, they haven't faced this before, like you have. They are stepping into a future they cannot see. They have been here before. Now, you are just completing the journey. Reach out to Flint. You raise an arm, reaching across the gap between the couches, and your hand touches Flint's. They do not look at you, but they grip your fingers in theirs tightly. Flint's fingers feel the same. Flint's fingers feel different to human fingers. The thick vinyl skin, the repair patches, the pressure of the metal skeleton beneath. You know this is what your touch feels like too, and the connection is like a connection being made. You close your eyes and feel something flowing between the two of you. A solidarity so embodied that it reverberates within you. I'm connecting you to the terminal. Bliss's voice already feels distant. Listen to the noise. You feel the cold click of the connector, the sense of flowing data. I'll be with you when you wake up. In the dark, you feel restless. You shuffle your fingers, adjust your position against the couch. It takes you a moment to notice the sound is gone. The rumble of the crowds, the hum of the machines. This deep settles you, and so you search for reassurance. You think of Bliss's words. I'll be here when you wake up. You focus on them, on the possibility of waking up, of being somehow renewed. But what would you like the renewal to look like? Your eyes blinking into the lights of Flicker Row, Bliss, Seraphim, and the renewed Flint beside you? But what then? Travel. Line stretching out on the screen. A vector leading you ever onwards. Why stop now? But how far does the line stretch? What does it encompass? Aliens, a surrogate system on the rise. Belt beyond, won't change your mind. The belt. The soft curve of rocks bridging the edge of the system and space beyond. There is enough here for a lifetime, maybe more, merging in the shadow of the collapse. But where does this vector terminate? Seraphim, Olivera, Tala, and Wellspring. Junie and Hellion Gate. Change your mind.
Oh, excuse me. Have you heard about Raid
Oh my
Shadow?
gosh! Hi guys! Oh my gosh, thank you for the raid! Oh man, this is such a bad time to be raiding. We are doing a very emotional part right now. Oh my gosh! Hi guys! Oh my gosh, hey Nymph, how you doing? Hey Nate, hello everyone. How you guys doing? Okay, I see the bot didn't shout you out, so I'm gonna do the shout out myself. Oh hey Betty, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Long time no see. I do find the worst times to raid. Yeah, I was like about to get emotional. Okay, but yeah, let me give you a shout out. Shout out Triptanim. I know it now. I don't have to look at the name. I know it. I can write it just like that. Hell yeah. I hope you're well, Finn. I am well. I am well. Mentally, I'm pretty good. Physically, not so much because I've got a nasty blister on my lip. It is not going away. It is literally killing me to talk right now. But I am ignoring it because I love streaming and I love all of you guys. So don't you guys worry about that. Let me take a sip. Yo, don't worry. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, my name is Finn, or Louis von Kreutz, and I am a variety VTuber. And right now we are playing Citizen Sleeper 2, but huge spoiler warning, I am literally at the end. This is literally the ending of the game. So if you guys would like to avoid the huge freaking spoilers, I suggest you click off. No hard feelings at all. I appreciate you guys even just speaking in here. But yeah, let's see if I can't, I don't know, keep myself from crying. So yeah, enjoy yourselves, get yourself something to eat, something to drink, feel free to lurk, anything you get like. I gotta de-stream a bit, but I will keep you on a lurk, friend. Much appreciated. Super much appreciated. Hell yeah. The lurk command, I don't think if that does anything. I have a lurk redeem. But yeah, whatever, it works. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Finally found my phone so I can type. Yeah, thank you for the lurk. You're always free to cozy on up in here. Okay. A line stretching out on a screen. A vector leading you ever onwards. Why stop now? How far does the line stretch? What does it encompass? This soft curve of rocks bridging the edge of the system, and space beyond. There's enough there for a lifetime, maybe more, merging in the shadow of the collapse. But where does this vector terminate? Sleepin and Olivera, Tal and Wellspring, Junie and Hellion Gate. Seraphim and Olivera. For a long time, you thought Seraphim would run forever, but something changed. First in the valley, then in that haven amongst lifeless rocks. Perhaps that place might orchestrate a shift in you, too. This is a future in the colony, one more fresh and fragile than anywhere else in the belt. It is built veld by veld, refugee by refugee, promise by promise. An image One such promise made by Seraphim to Cadence and returned in kind. A celebration that rumbles through the colony with joy. And in the aftermath, plans are made, ones that will take an eager lifetime to fulfill. What more could you desire than the ceaseless of building a future for those you love? The thought arrives with a solidity and power that settles your mind. This is what it means to live. Then you feel it, the insistent pulling of a thread, the unraveling of your very self. The reboot comes in slow and icy, seeping into your mind. Little pieces of you flake off in the flow, fading with distance. You hear a voice. Bliss's voice, so far away now. You reach for it, stretch your sense towards its familiar world. This time the reboot is a whisper into the wind, pulled away from you the moment it is spoken. See you on the other side. All of a sudden, you wish you could make it stop. The incessant entropy of time. The tumbling of rocks through space, getting further apart every cycle. Disappearing into the vacuum ahead. The decay of cells, the degradation of code. Corrosion in rot and rust. You wish in this moment to freeze it all. So you might hang onto it, preserve the world. The light, the softness, and the hurt of things. This thought grips you, tears into you like fear. You feel the ice creeping in and you know that everything will be lost, if not now, then mere moments away. But then you feel it, impossibly. Seraphim's coin. Worn smooth by worry, turning in your hand. Time has been pressed into the coin, by hands, by fingers. It is a near infinite record of transient touches, each shaping it in some small way. It is worn and useless. It is bent and broken. It is beautiful in all those things. And as you press your thumb against it, your crooked, calloused thumb, again and again, because you are the thing, and you have nothing left but the brokenness and the beauty that shines through it. And then, somewhere nearby, a button is pressed, and all at once, one thing ends, something new begins. Oh man! A jump over the age game, created and designed and written by Gareth Damian Martin. Character art, Gilmaine Singleton. Music and sound, Amos Rody. Additional programming, Dan Collier, Matthew Collier. Story and copy editing, Raid McCarter. Published a fellow traveler. I'm fine, guys, don't worry. I wasn't watching in case spoilers, but GG. Yeah, this is the best time to not look at the game, but I suppose it's fine to look now because we are in the credits. Oh boy. Don't worry, guys, I'm just my eyes sweating because it's so hot. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, hey there, Lexi, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Who's a good boy? Me, I suppose. Me, I guess that's me. Thank you. How you doing, Alexi? Whew, my eyes sweat too. Aww. Well, bring me in. Hug each other, everyone. Oh, they had localization. The game is in French, in Japanese, and in Chinese. Oh, that's cool. It's hacking food time, then Groshi. Gay as ever. Okay, that's awesome to see. That's awesome to hear. Oh, the game was made in Unity. Awesome. I was kind of expecting the game to be made in that. There's this new engine. I forgot what it was called. I think It's something like Storyly or something. Like it's a really easy engine to use for story-based games like this. For games like Disco Elysium and um, a lot of like the clone games that came afterwards, even like browser games. I was like thinking about using it for something. Oh man, more like a grocery datum, right? Puzzle features. Finish rebooting your frame. Oh man, that was it. Oh man, that was it. Oh man. Ah, crap. Update. Welcome to Citizen Sleeper 2 Star with Vector. Stay up to date with documents and stable projects by signing up to the newsletter below. Nah, no need for a newsletter. I wonder if they will do like an update that'll add like more content like they did for the first game. Phew. Be right back, vent pressure cooker out window. That's a funny sentence. Is it a date if I get you halfway through it? Are you glad I got the game for you? Very glad, man. This game is awesome. This franchise is awesome, man. Phew. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe the sweat from my eyes. But yeah, okay, I guess it's time to like compile my thoughts. So I'm curious, what would happen if I just continue the game? But before I do that, I do want to talk about the game actually. So Unity does get a fair bit of advertising and they have a generous enough free tier to get anyone who doesn't plan on getting elbows deep into the engine. They came to my high school. Coolio. But yeah, like Unity is very much a universal, very open, very new, developer-friendly option. Like even after all the drama that happened a few years back with Unity and the stupid pricing model it was trying to enforce, Unity is still like a very good choice for indie devs and regular devs as well. But like it's not the only choice. It's not the only options. There are a lot of options. Like you know, look at me, Unreal Engine developer. Unreal Engine has a better free offering, but Godot, my beloved open source, yeah. Unreal Engine has better like free options and better graphics, and of course blueprint programming, my beloved. I love blueprints. But you do need a powerful machine to actually run it, even if you're making a simple game, which is a big downside. And yeah, Godot is actually a very good choice. Like, if Godot was around when I was a kid, I would probably have tried to learn it, but now it kind of feels a bit like, you know, like I already invested too much time into other engines. It's a bit too late for me. I don't think between Godot, Unreal, and Unity, one is easier than the others. I think it's just what you know. Unreal Engine uses blueprints, and that shit is objectively easier than any other type of coding. No, you cannot convince me otherwise. Blueprints is so freaking easy. And it still, you know, requires you to know how to program, which is awesome. But yeah. And they also support C. Yeah, yeah, that is also good. Like, if you do want to program, Unreal Engine still allows you to do that. and a lot of the best games are made using regular old school programming. So it's just about the options. There is no objectively better engine. They are all equally valid. It depends entirely on what you want to use them for. It is food time. Nom 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 nom. Catboy here. Nom nom nom. Oh, catboy ear. Not my ears. Why would you eat my ears? They are sensitive. Anyway, so about the game. I love this game, but having reached the ending, I think I like the way that the first game approached endings better. Like the first game, it had this system where you could find various endings at the end of various quest lines, and you had an ending that could lead to like a proper end where you would have to load a save before you made the choice, and an ending where you continue afterwards when you load the game again. It just continues the game. And the first game had a lot of endings like that, and a lot of them really still made me freaking cry. Like holy shit, some of those endings were incredible. So I'm really, really surprised to see that the second game only has one ending. Like only a one singular ending. And it's surprising. And a small criticism that I have is that, like, at first, when you build a crew, the game makes you think like, oh, these are going to be relevant at all times, because there are a lot of scenes where, without prompting, one of your crewmates just shows up because hey, they are present, they are on your ship, they have things to say, and it happens a lot in the first like parts of the game, and I really like that because your ship doesn't feel like you're just collecting Pokemon that stay in their balls until you pull them out. They feel like real living people who are with you, and your crew feels organic, and I really like that. But as the game went on, these scenes became less and less frequent until I hit a ship of like 8 companions, and they rarely ever talked. And it was a bit disheartening, especially towards the end when I had like that the post game content where I had like a party and stuff, like where we celebrated. And there was like only one runaway comment mentioning that, hey, your crew is here celebrating, but it doesn't show me any of them, what any of them are doing. And that's kind of disappointing. I don't know. I wish they could see at least like an epilogue with each one of them. But that's like a minor complaint because as far as the actual quests are concerned, those are really good. Every character got a lot of screen time and a lot of character development as well. I really liked seeing that. And a few scenes where they do speak up without being prompted to are still really good. It's just me, I guess, being insatiable about this kind of stuff. I really like it when characters are characters, not just statistics that you need for missions. Speaking of freaking Eugen, don't get me wrong, I like him as a character, but the devs really should have thought better before giving him one of the only skills that you don't get as your starter class, meaning that if you want to play efficiently, you have to take him on every damn mission. Which, when you have like 8 companions that you can pick from, making it so that you are stuck always picking one of them is not it's not a good idea, because then you don't see the other dialogue, you don't see the characters of the other characters. I never even have the opportunity to use Flint or Nia. And I think I only used Rooney in missions that literally required her, like her quests. So I I like that this game has a crew system, a companion system, but they could have done a better job at balancing skills. Anyway, what else is there for me to say? Hmm. Okay, I can't really think of anything else. This game was great. It does a lot of things better than the first game. It built very well on the foundations of the first game, but there are some things that the first game did that it did better. And I think a combination of the two would lead to like an incredibly good narrative game. If they ever make a third one, I hope they will look back and think, maybe the first game did some things better. Let's bring those things back and try to improve them. Anyway, let's see what happens if I just try to continue. If it'll load me before I did the reboot, or if the game will continue. Nope. It is before the reboot. That's that. There's nothing else for us to do. Nothing left. And oh yeah, I love how many characters this game has brought back from the first game. It's... I always love it when games do that. When there's a sequel, and it's just like a who's that Pokemon? Like, what character from the first game am I going to meet on this station, on this planet, in this area? And then they show up and you're like, oh my gosh, it's you! Oh wow, how you changed! Oh wow, so this happened since the first game. Tell me more. It's so good. It's so good. I love it when video games do that, especially RPGs. Unfortunately, a lot of RPGs don't do that because obviously it's a lot of work. Case in point, the Elder Scrolls series. They have this. They have this rule that every game has to be set like several decades, like actually several millennia after the previous one. And they do that like specifically with the excuse that everybody who you met in the previous game is probably dead by now, so we don't need to worry about what happened to them. Millennia? Yeah. Millennia. That's like 1,000 years, I think. Or is that 100 years? No, century. Okay, no. Centuries are 100 years. Millennia are 1,000 years. But yeah, like the Elder Scrolls games are set like centuries apart, so it's made so intentionally so that whatever things you did in the previous game are too far in the past to possibly affect the current game that you are playing. Whatever you do in Oblivion will not affect Skyrim. They all take place in the Third Age except Skyrim. Yeah, but like the ages are pretty long. And Uriel Septim was alive for every game up to Oblivion. Wait, what? No, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't sound right. How old is Uriel Septim? Skyrim, I believe, is 50 years later. Oh no, definitely not. You are absolutely wrong there. I remember as a kid, I was really into the lore. And it was like a couple hundred years after. Couple hundred years. Like, Bethesda does this specifically so that they don't have to worry about, oh, what if the player in Oblivion did this and that and this other quest? Like, there are so many ways to do things because it's an RPG. Like, what if they became the Archmage? Or what if they became the leader of the Fighters Guild? Or what if they became the Grey Fox and literally everything at once? It doesn't matter because it happened a couple hundred years ago. Oh, it was 200 years. Yep, like I said. couple hundred years ago. So yeah, they do that specifically so that it's also a good thing in a sense because it preserves the idea that whatever you did in your Oblivion game is not decanonized. Like whenever a studio makes a sequel to an RPG, they have to ask the question of what is canon? What choices did we allow the player to make, and which of these choices can be canon potentially? And a lot of studios avoid having to ask this question at all by simply placing the next game in a time frame or a location that is too far away from the previous installment, so that whatever you did in the first game literally doesn't matter. Final Fantasy takes this like on a whole nother level, and literally like like most of the Final Fantasy games are like literally apocalyptic events apart from each other. Like they are literally different eras. Like the world has been destroyed and reborn in between games. So yeah, Final Fantasy takes that to a whole new level. But the thought of Uriel Septim was in the first two Elder Scrolls games. Also, I'm pretty sure the first two you are the same character. The first two, I could believe it, but I also doubt it. Like the first two Elder Scrolls games, they were still getting their footing. They were still trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. Also, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you already read that. Same with Fallout. Now that I think about it. No, no. Fallout and okay, Fallout 1 and 2. Um, you are not playing as the same character, but you are playing as a descendant of the. Like in the second game, you are playing as a descendant of the character in the first game. That's how it was. And Fallout, I think Fallout tried in the later installments at least to place the character, well, like place every game into an area that is far away from the previous game's area, so that whatever you did there doesn't really matter in the next game. Like take Fallout 4 for example. Whatever you did in New Vegas has absolutely no way to affect whatever happened in Fallout, because they are just too far apart too far away. Vegas, yep. And but Bethesda also kind of sucks when it comes to Fallout, especially Fallout 4, because like there are direct connections to Fallout 3, and there are fans who complained about how they handled the lore of Fallout 3, because there's some things in Fallout 4 that don't make sense, like the Brotherhood of Steel. A lot of people well, maybe, I don't know if it's a lot of people. I just remember that there were people complaining that rather than dealing with the lore implications of Fallout 3, they just killed off a lot of the characters who would have had an impact. I think the first game takes place 200 years before 3 or something. Fallout, I can. Oh, you wait. Are you talking Fallout or Elder Scrolls? But yeah, I can believe Fallout being like that. Fallout. Mm-hmm. Yep. That is a thing that they did. Stretch. But yeah, there's also the fact that like all of the Fallout games take place in completely different locations than the predecessor. There's very little cases where you are going to the same place. I don't think there's even any case where you go to a location of from another game. Yeah. Ever played Remnant? No. I heard a lot about it though. A lot of people talking about how it's basically Dark Souls with guns. It looks interesting, but most of the friends who I knew who played it were kind of I don't know, they rubbed me the wrong way, the way they were talking about it. Like they were tryhards and stuff. I was gonna talk about how it did the sequel. Okay. Better not, because I would rather experience that for myself if I ever play the game. Hmm. Oh yeah, the game has tryhard modes. It's not about the modes; it's more the players that I'm not really a big fan of. Especially like a lot of times when there's RPGs and stuff, there's it just attracts this odd crowd. Well, maybe it's not an odd crowd. Maybe they are the target audience. But I always find it weird when people take it so freaking seriously. Like they make this hyper crazy busted build where like they can destroy a guy with one hit by imbibing 500 super specific potions that they have farmed for using a glitch. And they did all that without even finding a guide. It's just like the moment they spawn into the game, the moment they begin, they just look for ways to break it. They just look for ways to make like a super busted build. And I'm just standing there like, don't you want to actually play the game first? Don't you just want to create a character that you like? Maybe self-insert or something, and then organically go through the game, experience the story, pick the skills that you think are cool, explore. It just feels like they are immediately doing things you're supposed to do after you're done with the game, like on a second playthrough. Not on your first playthrough. It just feels off. Most great players. Well, those builds are hard to come by on your own. Hmm. Oh, you underestimate those kinds of people. It's they enjoy the search of it. I don't know. I guess I'm just salty that people play the game like I do. I guess more of it is similar in that case, but it's more a role play of a game. Yeah. I mean, what do you think RPG stands for? Role playing game. It's, it's always just super weird for me to see people play RPGs and take the role play out of it. To look at it is just a collection of systems that they can exploit it, where they can min max and only see the dice rolls and stuff. Like you don't play D&D like that, so why do you play an RPG like that? But yeah, anyway, I'm just yapping. The story is kind of sucky in those games. Remnant, that is. Yeah, depends. I didn't hear anything bad about the story. And even if the story may not be that good, you can still like the vibes, the world building, the lore, and just like the experience of it. Vibes are cool, yeah. Yeah, vibes are cool. Like Destiny 1 at launch didn't have that good of a story, and look how far the vibes have carried it. Ah, apologies. Look how far the vibes have carried it to DLCs and sequels that actually did get stories. Vibes are cool, but I don't like the main trope that the game uses. Fair enough, fair enough. Can't talk about it because spoilers. Yep, fair. Absolutely fair. Hmm. Anyway, we're almost at the 2 hour mark. I wonder if I should just call it a day. If there's nothing else I can think of doing, the poll is still up. So if any, oh yeah, I do have to actually mention the poll since people are actually here. Everybody, since we have finished Citizen Sleeper 2, y'all can vote for what I will be playing next. You can go do so by checking out my Discord server. There is a poll going on in the schedule channel, and you can make multiple options, multiple choices. At the moment, the Space Marine, Warhammer 40k Space Marine is winning. The first one, not the second one. But you can still change that if you want to pick something else. We have interesting options like Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, and Robobeat, Risk of Rain 2. Fun stuff. Play Horsey. I wouldn't mind playing Horsey, but nobody's voting for it. And yeah, ads are coming in 5 minutes. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna call it quits early today because this blister is killing me. So yeah, let's see who is. Nane finish Eep soon too. Hope to catch your stream tomorrow. I'll be here. No worries. No wah wah wah. But yeah, let's find somebody to raid. Rally is playing. Oh, they've got a new sprite. Interesting. Oh, they're playing Fields of Mystery, of course. Yeah, you know what? Let's rate them because they are cute. They are adorable. Raid. Really. Ah wah 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 wah. Ah wah 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 wah. But yeah, so thank you guys so very much for being here. And thank you again, Triptonym, for the raid. Thank you, Raiders, for being here to say hi and watch and see me cry. Feel free to join the raid, but there's no obligation to. All right. Raid. Here's the raid message. Feel free to copy it and paste it in the raid in the channel we are about to raid. And yeah, don't forget to vote for the next game if you feel like it. Again, no obligation to, but I very much appreciate it. We'll be back to do something tomorrow. We'll see. We cried to EPs and now I'm a citizen. Yeah, feel free to use that one as well. That would be funny. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Avalofines von Kreutz, and I am taking my leave. Bye bye bye. Bye bye Nymph. Bye bye Rand. Bye bye everyone.